Hi, we are here with Sharon. She plays Sloane in Bat Out of Hell. I was going to say Bat the Musical then. I was on
Bat the Musical,
on the Twitter.
Bat, Boo UK. There's lots of cool names for it.
Yeah, and we are in the Steinman Suite again. You will recognise it. And we're just going to talk a bit about being Sloane and what that is like. So firstly, you originated the role, obviously.
Yes.
What was the process of creating it like? And has it changed a lot since it started?
Yeah, it's changed significantly. Like, really, she has grown as a character massively and will continue to grow, I'm sure, with whoever takes over from here and whoever else plays her. I hope I've done enough that she's kind of rounded enough as a real person. When the songs came through for the audition, I went, wow, okay, I have to sing these. And when the dialogue came through, there was really quirky, off-the-wall comedy, which I personally adore. Like, all the lines, like, I'm a lamb, and I am, but not, and all of this stuff. And I just went, I'm just going to go for it. And I do it in a certain style that has a lot of me-isms to it. It's quite dry. And I try not to panto it up too much, play it really, really straight. And I think casting-wise, the director liked that, so that kind of opened the door for me, the comedy and stuff. But when I got the breakdown for Sloane, it said, wife of Falco, mother to Raven.
Oh.
And I remember reading that going, for now. For now. All the other characters had like 4 or 5 lines descriptions of like tyrant and the tyrannical ruler of Obsidian, and he's dark and he's confused, and Strahd is this rebel leader and Raven is this breakaway rebel child, blah blah blah, and then wife, mother. So I was really determined to make her fierce.
Nice. Well, that follows on nicely. I was just going to ask you to explain a bit about Sloane, what she sort of is driven by, and just her general character.
For me, I think she's the most interesting character in the piece, and obviously I have to think that because I play her. But honestly, when we were creating this story, it had been through so many evolutions already. Like, it was in the making for a long time. So Sloane existed for a long time before I got my teeth into her. And with Jay Scheib, and luckily with the wonderful Rob Fowler, who I play opposite as well, the 3 of us worked very closely to create that dynamic between Falco and Sloane and help carve out these individuals, because even at the beginning of the show it does start off with that cliche of angry stamping feet husband, silly man, drunk wife, you know, and it was like, okay, we can set them up like this, but they have to grow. And so marking out those journeys, I mean, songs were chopped and changed, and we really had the freedom to sit down with Jay around a table and go, no, at this point that this has to happen, and do they kiss at the end of All Coming Back to Me or do they not? And that has changed so many times. Really? And sometimes almost changes on the night, even though it shouldn't, but you know what I mean? Where it's that, how does she forgive him? And she's torn between her loyalty for the Lost, she's torn between her loyalty for Falco, and underneath it all is this kind of love for Raven as well. For me, it's quite complex, and she kind of goes on her own journey then, which is a new addition since we came into the dominion of that monologue in Act 2, which to me, I mean, it just gives me, just for me, it's so satisfying just to have those few lines to just go, you know, things are changing for her as well. So yeah, I love her as a role. For me, I just think you see her and like grow, do you know what I mean? Even down to the costume design, I had such an influence on that, which is so rare. We worked with John Bosser on creating Sloane's look for when we came back to London last year. The idea of her starting in this lingerie and this silk kind of, you know, lying on the couch with a cocktail, and by the end of it, she's in power skirts and shoulder pads, and, you know, there was a point as well where I was in like a power suit. And I was in a lovely black suit, and then that went, and now she's in a jumpsuit. But it's just that whole transition, even down to, I'm so pernickety, even down to like the colour of her toenails on different days. It's like,
oh wow, that's something to look out for.
But yeah, seriously, because everybody knows the red manicure. But yeah, to have that kind of freedom to work with somebody like John to make that was so cool.
That's the best thing I think about this show, that there's so many details in everything, and every time you come you can see something different.
Yeah, and it actually has given me such respect for people who create roles and stuff, because I've never thought of it before like that. I've always just taken a role and played it, but now I'm just thinking, you know, Sloane will go on and her look will be negligee at the beginning of the show and all of that, and it's accepted. And I have great confidence that whoever else plays her will look at all of the map of the blueprint that's been laid out in this creative process for the very first show, and you know, take all those clues and hints and that input that has been put into it to find their own way of making her grow. I feel like it's probably like what it's like going to watch a kid do a show that you know they've been rehearsing for a long time, where you're like, oh, come on. I'd be so excited and also nervous for them, nervous for Sloane, do you know?
Yeah, you want her to be in safe hands.
Yeah.
Are there any scenes which have been cut that you miss that you would like to bring back?
I always loved Good Girls. Yeah. I understand why it went, but like, and I'm so grateful they put it on the cast album, because that's sax solo on the original cast recording. It's just, it's amazing. I can't remember why I stumbled across it, actually, not yesterday, the day before. It came across my timeline on my feed somewhere along the lines, and I clicked on it and I just went like, I listened to it and just went, that is a great tune. And that was a really lovely bonding moment for Sloane and Raven. And that was cut very early in Manchester previews. But the scene before it was cut as well with the jacket. And myself and the lovely Christina Bennington had a full-on tantrum going, no, you have to show Sloane and Raven bonding. This scene has to happen. And Jay was very much with us. It was for time constraints and for, you know, the journey of the lost. They needed to fit in Frying Pan and stuff. But we worked so hard to really hang on to that scene. It's so precious to both of us, you know. So I'm so grateful that that was not cut.
So what's your favourite scene now?
I love them all for different reasons, I really do. I love Paradise because it's just mental and it's different every night and it's so much fun, and you just don't know what's going to happen. But actually, I think Body, I can't even think about the last time that I'm going to sing What Part of My Body with Rob Fowler. I can't even speak about it. And I'm really convinced it will not be the last time that we sing that together. We keep saying that to each other, going, no, somewhere that's going to happen again in front of an audience. It has to. That song is so, so special to me. But I think all coming back to me now, I love that quartet. I think it's been beautifully orchestrated. And I love that moment of the four of us being on stage together at the very end. Yeah, I think at the moment, it changes with tweak. At the moment, that's my favourite.
Nice. Do you think it changes depending on who's Falco?
Oh yeah, big time as well. Yeah, it's so, like when you create a role with somebody, it's kind of, you know, the boring hours and layers that you both went through to get there. So you've kind of tested out every choice. Do you know what I mean? And then when you're on with somebody new and they're putting their own take on the role, it keeps you on your toes. But I enjoy it in a totally different way. But I enjoy it as a performer because I'm just like, oh, okay, this is fresh, this is new. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it totally changes.
Yeah. What's the coolest gift that you've received that's related to Sloane?
This is so weird because I actually put this on today. I just seen it in my locker over the weekend and went, I actually need to wear this. And then I went, oh, I'm going to wear this today because I'm doing my Sloane interview, which was given to me by a very lovely fan. And it has the coordinates of the Colosseum and a little S for Sharon, but also for Sloane on the inside of it. So nice. But I've had some amazingly thoughtful gifts. And actually a lot from young girls who I think see Sloane as that kind of, not a real mom, a cool mom. Do you know? I like to be a cool mom. It is, but totally. It's like, so I've gotten some really lovely presents like that from my chickies. Aww. Yeah.
As Sloane, are there any parts of her that you really relate to, or any parts that you really don't relate to?
Yeah, I'm very much a yes person, which is my biggest downfall, I think, as a person. I'm a hard nut, but actually a total softie underneath that. I can't say no to anybody. And I feel like Sloane, there's that kind of element of trying to keep everybody happy. And so many people are like that, and we all spread ourselves too thin, trying to take care of everybody else and not taking care of yourself. And I think Sloane does that for so long, that I adored that part, kind of where in Act 2 she just goes, enough, no, do you know? So yeah, I do identify with that kind of running around trying to kind of spin all the plates to please everybody. Yeah, we can't do that. We're all human. We all need to, you know, if you don't take care of yourself, you're no good to anybody.
Wise words.
Yeah.
Finally, if you could switch with any ensemble character, who would you switch with?
Oh goodness me, let me see. I think Libouche, who is, I think that was Amy de Bartolomeo's part last year and Charlotte Steen's this year. They have such a lovely track and such a lovely vocal track as well, and Little Moments to Shine, and yeah, I love that. Although I do also love, I can never say her names, my Hot Summer Nights Eve's track as well, because she's just a little thrown the Eve bomb. It's actually called the Eve bomb in the opening because it's Eve. We have the Eve bomb and the Jag bomb, and you know what I mean, named after the characters. She gets to do that. She gets to play with me. Not that we play, we take that very seriously every night. And yeah, she's a lovely role as well.
What if you had to play a male?
I mean, I would love for Rob to play Sloane and for me to play Falco just for one night. I think that would be hysterical.
Yeah.
I'd love to play that because he's got such an interesting journey, but I've always said I would love to play Strat for the opening speech, because I just think as a performer that must be such an empowering moment to just stop a theatre in its tracks at the opening of a show and just go, you're mine now. I think that would be amazing to do.
Well, maybe the last week.
Maybe we should do like a mock panto. Do you know we're closing at 596 shows? So we're going to be, my stage manager told me that last week, and I was like, oh, what did you tell me that for? So we're 4 shows away from 600. So I'm like, can we fit in another 4 shows? Maybe we could do like a charity mock-up matinee or something where we could do it and everybody could play different parts.
Yeah, I think we should put that forward.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
We need to squash in another 4.
Yeah.
Or else I'll just do 4 solos. Bat Out of Hell, the musical by Sharon Sexton solo.
That's just me every day.
Yeah, it's just me doing all of the lines and all of the parts.
I've heard a lot of people want you to sing Blake's part in Objects. That's like full on. People
We
are
talked
desperate for
about
it.
that. We should try and make that happen.
Yeah.
That would be so awesome. Yeah, our Blake is fabulous, but I will live always for Patrick O'Sullivan's Sweat.
Yes. Well, the last week, who knows? 4 more shows? Maybe.
Come on, guys.
So the game.
Yes.
It might be really lame, but Mum and I were doing it and it was fun.
Okay,
I always
believe
test
you.
the games on her just to, you know.
Okay,
see what
she's
it's
cool,
like.
Mom.
No, she is. So basically, we have to hum the songs to each other and then guess what it is. But it's harder than it sounds. I mean, I think. But I don't know the show as well as you. You can do text if you want to make it harder. But it'll have to be like
I say
iconic
all my lines the exact same way, so you'll totally know.
Okay.
Nothing ever grows in this. Bat Out of Hell. That took a while.
Ding, ding.
How do you hum?
I was doing like
Okay,
like
the game.
Yeah, that game. Reinvented. It's a bit stressful, isn't it?
Oh, it is a bit stressful. So possible.
They're freezers.
Yeah. Those kids, ever since the chemical wars. Very good.
And you do the like.
I know, poor Christina's like, what noise is going to come out of her mouth tonight? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I remember everything. Very good.
Does that count as text?
Yeah, of course it does.
Don't know what good.
Nope.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Open scene. Yeah.
I know what you're thinking of. I can't think of the word.
Can you believe they just blew my new housing project?
It doesn't sound the same humming it for
No, it
sure.
doesn't. Sure it doesn't. And also he will look at this and go, I don't say that like that. You probably don't. Oh God. Anything iconic. Wolf.
Oh, on a hot summer night, would you offer your throat?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so bad at this. I had to like get into
Yeah, get into it. Oh, will you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Yeah, I was like, I know that tune. Okay. And then obviously.
Oh my god, I seem like such a fake. I'm literally the worst person ever at this game. I thought I was good at it. Can you do it again?
Yeah. I'll do the end of it again.
Okay.
Actually, I'm doing a harmony line, which is probably why it's really hard. But anyway.
You know I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, this is basically a warm-up.
All wrapped up, but no place to go.
Yeah, that was easy.
I love your...
Yeah, I know, I can't
dance
really
moves. Very good. Oh no, I don't think it's in it anymore. It was cut, but we all used to take the piss out of it. Sahara. Maybe you can let them go.
What was that meant to be?
It was at the beginning of I Landed the Pig. Maybe.
The last 4 shows bring back all the things you cut.
Oh my god, you'll be here for hours.
I don't think people would complain.
No, be great.
Yeah.
But the extended version.
Yeah. It'll be like Angels in America, the Bat version.
Yeah. Yes. I'm a lamb.
How do you
turn me on? What, the pop?
Yeah.
I lick my lips under the cushion. I did it once by accident and I went, oh, I really like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I really can't do it.
No, it also depends on what kind of lip gloss I have on, which I discovered. If I use a matte lip, it's gone, which sometimes doesn't happen. But I love the pop of it.
Yeah.
And I said to Sound, I was like, is it alright if I keep that? Because I don't know why, but I just find that funnier.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
It's really good. It makes me laugh.
Oh, great. That was so good. I've got matte lipstick on. That's my excuse for not being able to do it.
Give you a clue.
Okay.
They're all walking in from the tunnel.
Strat? Is that you?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Are you a ghost or something?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
You're delighted with yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm really proud.
But I know the way you're doing it.
It's at just before Paradise.
Is it true that the tunnels went all the way under the city?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think I did the full line. Oh, I hate this because I know what they are and I can't think of them.
It's the
Is it
Virgo point?
It's just oh, I know what it is, but I can't think of that word. Stay away from that kid.
Yeah.
Or I'll.